Well, hi guys, welcome back. We're happy to have all of you joining us again with another episode of Business Leadership Experts, where we have our resident expert with us, Virtual CFO Donna Febus at Temple Executive Coaching. And today, Donna is going to educate us on the 5 financial key points that every business owner must know. Donna, say hello to everyone.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, everybody who's listening.
And for those of you who are listening late
Good
at
to
night.
be here again. I love these.
And for those of you listening late at night, go to bed, man. But I've worked with Donna for a number of years, and she's got various clients in industries that she's worked with. And Donna, what I've learned from you is that there are basically 5 strengths, financial strengths, that every business owner has to understand. Without the knowledge of these, you're a ship rudderless at sea. All right. And those points are liquidity, profit, your profit margin, sales, ability, borrowing, and your assets. Now that's 5, right? So
yes.
Donna, with those 5, which would you rank as being the most important?
It's a tough choice if you're going to make me pick a few. So if I had to pick, I'll pick 3. Okay.
All right.
So
you gotta do it.
In my experience with working with clients over the years, liquidity, profit, and sales are among my top 3. And let me explain a little bit. So your liquidity is basically centered around your current available cash. How much cash do you have available to you for supporting operations, right? So cash is an asset, and cash is what is the most liquid when you're talking about your assets. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm using cash for payroll, bills,
right,
materials, right?
Right. And so you want to make sure that, and I'll just throw this little tidbit in there. It's easier to pull from savings, which is also liquid, than it is to sell a tractor or a truck, whatever, that other type of asset is. It's just more liquid. So the more liquid your assets are, the more readily available it is. So that's what liquidity is talking about.
Okay.
Let me give you a quick example. I had a conversation with a gentleman, and he was in the construction industry, and his liquidity was like 0.
Okay.
His liquidity was actually coming from fast cash loans. I am not joking.
What? Fast
cash loans. He had 3 of them at $40,000 a piece with 25% interest.
Wow.
That he was having to try and survive on.
Wow.
And I mean, he had an amazing business structure, but he was not liquid whatsoever. All of his monies were tied up in equipment. He was in a bad place. However, over the last year or so, he's pulled out of it, and he's actually working in the black now, and they're doing wonderful. So it was, a little scary at the beginning, but they're doing really good now, which is.
Thank you, Donna Febus.
Which is awesome.
Donna to the rescue.
I wish I could take the credit for that. Yeah, I ended up not working with him, but I did give him, some good tips. Obviously, being, as upside down as he was, there just wasn't an opportunity for us to work together. Yeah. So I just left him with a few tips that, that's basically all I could do for him. But I was really happy to hear that, it turned out that way. So
yeah, you would have had to get another loan to pay you.
Right? Yeah. You would have had to build another house or whatever,
Get another credit card.
You've been listening to the Temple Executive Coaching Podcast, where we engage with experts in business growth for small and medium-sized companies. If you're an expert and would like to be featured on the Temple Executive Coaching Podcast, please email Mike Temple at mike@templeexecutivecoaching.com.